Okay, well, I want to thank you guys for joining me. We're talking to the guys from Human Fortress, everybody on YouTube. So, first of all, congratulations on a great new album.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir.
So, we're going to talk briefly. Okay, so we're going to talk because this is like the first interview I've done with you guys. I mean, you formed many, many years ago, back in 1999. How much success did you have back in the day? How did you get together, all of you? How did you form?
I
Mm,
think Todd can go for it.
yeah, I can go for it. Yeah, I read an announcement in a small town magazine, and the guitar player and the drummer, yeah, they were looking for band members, and Pablo and me, yeah, we replied, and we met the guys. The first band we formed was Time Zone, with a female singer, and maybe after 1.5 years, then we found Yachty, and yeah, renamed to Human Fortress. Yeah, and the rest is history.
So your influences, who are your influences as a singer and as a guitarist? Who are your influences, please? Who's inspired you?
Classic hard rock, Kiss, Gary Moore, for example. The new wave, British heavy metal, also the US hair metal scene, also, yeah. German
Such
power
it,
as
metal, yeah.
it's funny because actually Todd and I we share most of the same background. Some of the guys like harder stuff, like more traditional. I don't know, progressive and power metal. But we like this kind of music, with a lighter approach to. I mean, when we do Human Fortress stuff, we don't bring a lot of that to the table, but we listen to that a lot.
right. Okay, so as a singer, then who's your singer's influences, Gus? Who's inspired you?
Wow, so many guys. I mean, Coverdale, Jeff Tate, um, Glenn Hughes, Steve Perry. I mean, Michael Kiske, and all so many guys, man. I could name like 100 of them because it's like our vocal superheroes and inspiration over the years. So it's like the list is really long.
Yeah, I can imagine. What about you, Torsten? Who's your guitar influences? Who's inspired you to play guitar?
Yeah, as I said, Gary Moore,
Yeah.
guitar player I really like.
About Yngwie
His hard rock
Malmsteen.
era. No, I'm not a huge fan of these fast shredding guts.
Shredders.
Not really. I'm a melodic guy.
Yeah.
Another, another guitar player from the UK. He passed away for a couple of years. It's Steve Harris, the guitar player of Shy.
All right,
He
yeah.
was good.
Very, very nice guitar playing. I really enjoyed. Very melodic also. What
I
I
saw
love.
I saw Shah many years ago.
Yeah.
They were a good band live, actually. They're really, really
I
good.
was gonna ask
Oh
you
yeah.
about that. If you've seen, uh, are you in the UK,
Yeah,
JC?
I'm in England and Yorkshire and in Hull, which is
Oh,
where
cool.
Thorsten's played many years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Many
I'm
years
flying.
ago.
I'm flying to England tonight.
Where are you going? Where are
I'm
you going
gonna.
to Manchester?
I'm gonna be in Brighton. I'm gonna play Brighton. I'm gonna play London. I'm gonna play a couple of cities nearby with my solo stuff.
Oh, really?
Not
So,
not Fortress.
okay, is
Yeah,
this your own
but
material? Your own
yeah, yeah,
material?
yeah. I was asking about Shy to Torsten because if I'm not mistaken, I think that Shy used to tour with Gary Moore back in the day, and I,
Hmm?
I know Torsten. He's seen Gary Moore, so that was my question. If he saw Shy also.
Yeah. And I think it was a White Frontier tour
Wow,
when Shy supported them.
that's the best tour ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I'm
saw,
also a huge
unfortunately,
Gary Moore fan.
unfortunately, I saw Shah supporting Bon Jovi, which, oh well, somebody has to see Bon Jovi. Okay, then. So, Gus, what band was you in before joining Human Fortress? What bands have you been in?
um, I've been with a few bands, but the bands that I can say were more well known were like Adagio, which is a prog metal band
Oh yeah,
that I was.
From France. My
Yeah,
friend
yeah, yeah.
David Reeman, who's a friend of mine, was singer for them.
I replaced him
Okay,
in a time.
okay,
That's who I replaced. David, to me, he could be on my list, man, because he's a great singer.
yeah.
And about replacement singers, I also replaced Jeff Scott Soto with Takara.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and I did a couple of albums, yeah, with Timo Tolkki with from Stratovarius. I've done a couple of albums with him called Revolution Renaissance.
I've got one of their albums. I think it was released on Lion Music, I believe.
No, it was Scarlet Music. It was
Scarlet,
Age
the
of
Italian
Aquarius.
label.
Yeah,
Yeah, Italian label.
yeah. And the last one we did was with Napalm.
Okay, right. Interesting. So you've got quite a bit of a history then, background before joining
Yeah,
Human
but the
Fortress.
really cool thing is that Human Fortress is the band I've done the biggest number of albums with. I've
Right.
been with this guy since I don't know
2012 or
2011
something,
or 12,
11
yeah,
years.
or
Yeah,
12.
yeah, yeah. Roundabout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, I love the music, but I I think the guys are even. I love the guys really much, really so much. They became really great friends of mine, and I have. It's always a big pleasure getting together with them and making music and working on these albums. It's really cool because it's not only going and singing and making music. It's always great reconnecting and spending time with them because I'm in Brazil and they're in Germany, and these guys are people that I'm sure that if I lived like an hour or two away from them, these are the guys I would hang with on the weekends and stuff because we get along so great.
Wow. Then, so Torsten, going back to you, looking back at your previous albums before Gus joined the band, which is your favorite album and why?
Oh, hard to say, really, because it was always a period which was very important for us. For example, to start the whole thing, to get the first deal with Limp Music, yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I
to
used to
hold your
know Limp.
debut album in your own hands, it was fantastic. But what also the reunion album, Rated Land, was also very special to have a new start for the whole band with Gus. This was also very, very great. Now Stronghold
Yeah,
coming out
I've noticed
pretty
over the years
soon.
your
Yeah.
music's gone less Celtic to what it used to be. You've kind of moved away from that
Yeah,
Celtic.
because the
Why?
lineup changed. Yeah, because the lineup changed. Yeah,
Right.
because the medieval and folk metal fans were Yachty, Pablo, and Dirk, and they are no longer part of the band. Maybe that's the reason why we have less medieval and folk now.
So why did they leave the band, Thorsten? What was the reason? Did they just was it musical differences? Are you still in contact with them?
Uh, yeah, everything happened after Eternal Empire, which was a disaster for the whole band. And yeah, Pablo and Dirk, they decided to do their own thing,
Right.
continue what they love, and yeah, we
So you've been
reformed with Yotti, Volker, and Lucky to continue, yeah,
so
what
what
we
did you
did
what
on
did
the
you find
first
the
two
other guys?
records.
What did you find
So
the other guys? What did you find the other guys? What bands were they in before joining Human Fortress? How did you hook up with those guys?
uh, Dirk is a buddy of Ingmar, who was a bass player for around about half a year in Human Fortress, and yeah, we met him by chance because Ing, Ingmar knew him and invited him to jam with us. Um, yeah, Gus was a very long story before we found him. because Andrew McNeese of melodicrock.com, he's a supporter of the band, and we asked him, we can find a singer. Maybe you can write something on your web page that we are looking for a singer, and yeah, maybe Gus, you can tell.
Yeah,
You can tell
that's an
the
interesting
rest of the
story.
story.
That's very interesting story because this guy Andrew, he owns this website called melodicrock.com, and I almost daily I would check that website for rock news and metal news and stuff. And I met him before because I played his melodic rock festival in Chicago. I played at his festival 2 different times. So Andrew was a friend. And when Andrew mentioned that Human Fortress was looking for a singer, I dropped the guys a line. And I mean, and that's making a long story, shorter. But it was really cool because they sent me some of their new music, and I wrote melodies and lyrics to that, and they had some other music from the past that they wanted to see how I would sound there. And I mean, it was a blast doing those recordings, and I was really glad that the guys like what I did, and we came up with the right logistics to make it work. So, and here we are, man, all these years later.
Wow.
So happy encounter.
So I mean, you're in Brazil, so it must be really hard to sort of like getting together and rehearsing, or do you just how does it work for you guys?
I mean, we normally get together for for
Production.
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, production. I built a really cool studio in Rio during the pandemic, and so Stronghold. I flew to Germany for pre-production, for the writing and etc. But the actual recording was done here in my studio in Rio.
Right.
But normally we work together. I normally fly to Germany, and when we have gigs to do, we haven't actually played live after the pandemic, and I'd really like to play these new songs live. That would be like a dream for me. We did last tour we did was with Order Nogan and Mob Rules. We played a few gigs in Germany, and I flew there for that. So it's like it's funny because when people ask me, "Oh, but you're in Brazil and the guys are in Germany," I say, "Yeah, but I'm 50 minutes away from an international airport, so I can fly my ass anywhere."
So Gus, looking back at the albums, the three previous albums you've done, which is your favorite one before the new one that you sang on? Which is your favorite?
Whoa, it's funny because um, Rated Land was really special because it was the first album I did with the guys. Uh, I think my favorite Human Fortress song ever, and the one of the best vocals I ever recorded was on that album, which is for the song called Dark Night. But I think that overall, as a whole, I think my favorite is Thieves of the Night, the one that's on your background. I
Right.
really love that one. But
Okay.
to me, it's really like having to pick a favorite child, man. It's like all these albums are really special to me. All of them have a bunch of memories attached to them. And we worked with different producers on each album, and I appreciate each of them for different reasons. And all of them have a great background, and they brought a lot to the table, a lot to the band. So um, it's really hard, man. And for instance, when we did Rain of Gold, we did it with Tommy Newton, who's done, I mean, Ark, Burn the Sun, which is a total classic,
Oh
or
yeah, great
Halloween,
album.
Keeper of the Seven. Yeah, man. Burn the Sun is like one of the greatest progressive metal albums ever, if not the one. I don't know, man. That's
I don't know.
beautiful.
I like the album, but I'm a massive Psychotic Waltz fan and Fate's Warning. So
Oh, Fate's Warning is amazing.
and Psychotic Waltz.
Oh yeah, Psych. I never dug deep into Psychotic Waltz, but Fate's Warning, I own all the albums, man. I love them. Parallels, Inside Out. I know that a lot of people go to the first few with John Arch, but I mean Parallels and Inside Out, those are the ones that I've got them all, but I out of the most recent ones, I really like Theories of Flight. That's a great one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Jason? Do you have a favorite album?
Of yours?
Yeah, sure.
Or any band in general?
No, Fortress.
Fortress.
Of our albums. Yeah.
I mean, I like Thieves in the Night, like I said, the Rain and Gold. That's a good album as well. I was just listening to the new album, and it's slightly different to what you've done in the past. It's taken me a few more listens than usual, so I'm still getting my head into the music, and it's a great album, but it's different from what you've done in the past.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, because this was the very first time we wrote without a keyboard player. And another thing is also the production of Alex.
Alex Crow.
Very heavy, yeah.
Alex Crow, yeah.
And I don't know, man. I think Todd, he's a great writer. Todd writes most of the stuff. And I think that what I really think his lyrics, they keep improving from album to album, and the writing itself, it's just that he doesn't want to get stuck. He doesn't want to tell the same joke twice. So he's always looking for themes and different angles of writing things, of approaching lyrical subjects. So I really appreciate working with Todd, because he brings so much to the table in terms of variety. And I think that Stronghold, maybe that's why you found it a bit different, because Todd really didn't want to repeat himself. And it was the same with Rain of Gold. And I mean, it's funny because when we did between Rain of Gold and the new album, we had this album called Epic Tales, which is like, a lot of people say, oh, so you just scrambled all your B-sides together or something like that. And people normally tend to think of B-sides as lesser material. Right. And I know that when we did Rain of Gold, we wrote a lot of stuff. We recorded, I don't know, 14 or 15 songs to the album. I don't remember exactly, but 16, I don't know. But I know that each of us in the band picked a playlist, a track list of the album. And I was super bummed when Rain of Gold actually came out, because some of my favorite songs were not there. So when we released Epic Tales, I'm like, wow, most of my favorite songs that were supposed to be in Rain of Gold, they ended up on Epic Tales. So at the same time, it shows that, B-sides and extra material doesn't have to be crap. Because with a lot of people, that's the general impression it gives.
Okay, so I'm going to talk now about the new album, Stronghold. Who came up with the title? It's a very dark cover. Tell me about the cover and the artwork.
Yeah, I must say, Yeti, our previous singer, he came up with the idea with the Stronghold, because he's a gamer. Yeah, it's the same thing with Defenders of the Crown, which was also a very popular computer game. The same thing with Strongholds. And I remember after the release of Defenders, Yeti came up with the idea, maybe Stronghold is a good title for us. And the first song, I think was the first song I wrote was Stronghold, and yeah, by chance, the word fit perfectly in the vocal line. And yeah, that's the reason why I decided to take this title. Yeah.
Okay, what about the artwork? It's very dark. Tell me, explain.
Yeah, because Christian, who made all artworks since Rated Land for us, that's something we wrote him. Yeah, we said, okay, the title track is a Stronghold, and we're thinking about a huge fortress, yeah, and an army of knights who try to conquer these walls, and that's all we wrote to him. Yeah, and yeah, he came up with the idea, which is
How much different artwork did he give you to look at? Did you have different artwork to choose which was the best?
no, there was only one, and we liked it immediately.
Okay, interesting. So the album was
Yeah.
produced and handled by Alex Krull, Trocity, as we all know. Have you worked with Alex before? For people out there that don't know, have you worked with Alex?
Uh, yeah, we worked with him before, but this is the very first time that he mixed the album, made the sound design and mastering. He remastered the Epic Tales, an Untold Story, and
Okay,
also the re-release of Defenders in 2016, I think.
okay. So how long did it take to record this album? Obviously, Gus, you're in Brazil.
It took a while. It took a while. I mean, because I think the music was, while I was tracking vocals in Brazil, the guys were like changing things over there. I don't exactly know how long it took, but actually we sat on this album for a while because this album's been done for quite some time because Massacre, our record label, was going through changes in management and all that. So not only us, but a lot of artists in the cast, we were just waiting to see what was going to happen with the label. So that's why it appears to have taken a long time, but it took a while, but not all that long.
Okay, then. So the songs on the album, which ones are your favorite guys on this new album? Do you have a favorite song and why?
Uh, it's changing sometimes. At the moment, it's maybe Silent Scream, the title track, Stronghold, Pain, of course. Yeah,
Pain is great. I
Pain is
liked
great.
Darkest Hour too. Is a great one.
Yeah, yeah. The Abyss of Our Souls, the first single. Yeah.
So what songs are you going to be playing live when you do tour from this new album? I mean, obviously you've got so many albums back catalog. Trying to pick the a set list is going to be difficult. The more albums a band does, it's difficult it gets to do as a set.
I would love to play at least the singles because they're all good stuff. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
the whole album. I appreciate the whole album, but to go live and play an album in its entirety, that's maybe hard to digest for other people, especially when they want to hear other older favorites. So I just hope we got a chance to play live again and play a bunch of these songs because we really poured our heart into them.
Right. Okay. I mean, I've noticed you've got 4 bonus songs on the CD. Just tell me why. And when you've got a Japanese song, We Are Legion, there's an extra track, you know. Just tell me about the extra songs. Was it difficult? How many songs did you actually write for this album that you didn't kind of
Uh,
use?
we wrote 13 songs for this album,
Okay.
and Massacre told us that they are planning to release also the album on vinyl. So then it was hard to. We made a decision. Okay, we picked the best 10 tracks for the record, and the rest is for the extra CD,
Right. Okay.
and which was also hard to make a decision. but I remember, I think the first track list, my first idea for the track list I sent to the other guys. They immediately replied, "It's cool, how it is." So on the other albums, we had much more discussions about the track list and which songs,
Oh, yeah.
and this time it was very easy, I think.
Painless.
The playlist.
Yeah, on Rain of Gold, it was a different story. We had more songs also. So
Yeah. I think Alex was a little bit disappointed because one of his faves is on the extra CD, Pathfinder.
Okay.
Which is also nice. Yeah, good. It's a good song, good album song.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. You don't know, Jason. You don't know the extra tracks.
No, I don't. I've only got the 10 tracks which have been sent through
okay.
Promotion.
Yeah, but you can stream it.
Right.
It's
Okay. I'll have
on
a listen to
the
them.
other
Yeah.
streaming platforms. You can stream it there.
Okay, then. So the big question is, a lot of people are going to be asking, when are the band going to be touring? Obviously, Gus, you're coming to the UK to do your solo career at the moment, and then when you get back to Brazil, are you flying to Germany after this to do some touring with Human Fortress?
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for 2026.
Okay.
I really hope we can do it. There's nothing set in stone for the moment, but to me, it's really important to go on the road and promote this album. It's great music.
And Jason, you have to know, Gus was here in May for 2 weeks.
Right. Oh yeah.
And in this, and we did everything when he was here. So this time, it was necessary to come.
Where's your biggest market for like sales and touring? What's the biggest country that you've got the fan base most of?
I think for CDs and vinyls, it's Germany. For streams, it's the US.
Okay. Have you guys played the US before? Have you played the Prog Power?
No, I've never played there because it's
I
complicated for European artists touring there. Very expensive, and the government is very creative to make it more and more complicated for European bands.
Yeah. I played Prog Power before. I played Prog Power with the Dajo, and even one of the guys who organizes Prog Power is a good friend of mine. It's Milton Mendonça, and I would really love to play Prog Power again with Fortress. Would be a great experience.
So you're the guy that can set it all up then, Gus. It's in your hands.
Yeah.
You got to make it work. Well, guys, I want to wish you all the best with the album. Hopefully you'll get to tour again very, very soon. Good luck with the tour in the UK, Gus. Do you have anything to say to the people watching this on YouTube?
I hope that they get into the music, they get into the album, and hopefully they look back at our back catalog, because we've been pumping albums for a bunch of years, so there's a lot of new stuff of older stuff for them to discover also after listening to Stronghold.
Okay, and you, Torsten?
I think it's a good opportunity to say thank you to the fans in the UK. Thanks for listening to our music, supporting us.
Guys, thank you very much for doing this interview. Take care of yourself.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day, Jason.
Thank you.
Guys. Bye, Gus. Thanks, Todd.
Greetings, metalheads. Thanks for watching the interview with Human Fortress. As you know, the band have just released their new album called Stronghold, released on Massacre Records. First of all, I'd like to thank Barbara for setting up this interview, and also I'd like to thank Gus and Todd for doing the interview from the band. So, folks, please leave comments, please share, please thumbs up, and let me know what you think of this interview. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and stay metal, metalheads. More interviews coming soon.